What up, guys? It's your boy T-Dip. What's blazing in sports? We are here live. All right, guys, listen. This is another big weekend. All you guys know, Cinco de Mayo. Always a great day for boxing, guys, and just having a good fun. So, what we have, probably first in the U.S., Daivd Haye versus Tony Bellew. Or let me say it right, guys. Tony did win. Tony Bellew versus Daivd Haye, guys. They had their media workout. I want to give you guys my take on it, what I think, how both fighters looked, and also give you a recap of the interview, guys. And while I prepare, please do me a favor, hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe now. Share, comment below, and let me know what do you think. All right. Daivd Haye was the first in the ring, guys. So I really want to see how he looks. A lot of time, the last time out when he fought, he looked very wide-legged, flat-footed, and lunging very big with shots, which is what I believe led to him tearing his Achilles heel. To be honest, he looked in shape, but I didn't really see the fluent movement of the old. I know he wasn't going as fast as. But to be honest, I don't know, man. I think he may look in a better shape. He looks a little bit slimmer, but it looked kind of like the same Haye, guys. We got to get in the actual fight to see what difference he really made. He still had the same a rhythmic type of movement when he's moving, guys. So he comes out, does his interview. Basically, he acknowledges, guys. He acknowledged that he was throwing way too many haymakers and missing. Basically, he said this time what he's going to do is be more educated with his haymakers. He's still going to throw them, guys, but he's going to be more educated pressure. And to be honest, looking at the first fight, guys, let me crack this door. Hold on. In case you guys don't know, I come out on my breaks, the ones I do get. This week I haven't got any, but I do got one now, so you know I'm live. The first fight, man, it was way too much haymaker and not enough Daivd. Not enough the fighter that can move and use his feet and use calculated shots to get that haymaker off. The first fight versus Tony Bellew, he was throwing way too bigger shots when he wasn't even in range, and he was getting countered with shots. So I believe he wanted to KO Tony too bad. He thought Tony was just too little to be in that ring with him. And what he realized from round 1 and 2 and 3 that he was in there with a live dog. Tony was way more focused, way more alert, and countering very effectively. So highlights from Daivd. Let's see, guys. He wants to connect with haymakers a lot more. He wants to use educated pressure. He does not plan on finishing Tony Bellew right off. Like he said last time, predicted around 3 rounds. This time, he says he wants to torch him as long as he can, but it will not go 12 rounds. So, guys, up next, enter the ring to do his media day workout is Tony Bellew. He started out by doing some stretches. And he did it for a while, guys. Even the people that was commentating, like, what is he doing? You know, obviously, he's warming up his arms before he put the gloves on. But immediately, guys, after he put the gloves on, he looks good. His movement, when you just compare, and like I said, guys, it's just a media workout. It's not them giving their all. But just to compare, Tony looked more sharper, better movement, more fluent, more speed. That's just being honest. First fight, I predicted Daivd Haye to win. Second fight, guys, and I'm saying if there's no injuries, I don't know, man. It's a close fight. I don't know. Because Tony's still going to try to box him up. And it's really on Daivd Haye to prove, did he learn his lesson? You know, like, I don't know. From looking at the media workout, I don't see a ton difference. I do think that he'd be more, I think he'd try to be more relaxed and not try to force it. I do believe that. But we will see how well that would translate during the fight. Now, guys, let's get to Tony Bellew. I had to take notes on him. Where's it at? Thought I did. Let's see, guys. Oh, okay, Tony, man. Tony was pretty much. Listen, Tony does talk a lot of smack, man. If you don't know Tony, if you just look at him, you think he just a good guy in boxing. Tony Bellew talks a lot of smack. One of the things he said was that Daivd Haye is close to the end, and he's close to another chapter. Doing the, I think it might have been called Gloves Off or whatever. Tony Bellew was talking a lot of tries, and Daivd Haye was doing his best to keep his composure and not get caught in word exchange. But the fact is, guys, can you look at it? Tony Bellew maybe humbled him? I mean, honestly, until David wins, since that's the last fight, it does look like that what Tony did and him suffering an injury may have actually humbled the haymaker. So let's see what else he said, guys. I'm going to control the fight. I got better legs. I'm going to control when we basically exchange punches. I'm going to control every aspect of it. He basically going to have to move to my beat. One of the biggest things he said after this is there is no more rematches. He said in the first fight, I told him I would give you a rematch after I beat you. After this time, there will be no rematches. But I'm going to tell you this, guys. Let me step outside, guys. This car just closed. Well, even with the open door, the sun is kicking my ass. So, let's take a walk, guys, in the parking lot. T-Dub was Blazing the Sports. Like, subscribe. All right, I think there'll be a rematch if Daivd Haye wins. If Daivd Haye wins this fight, I think you have a greater chance at a rematch and make similar to the same money that I make on this one. If Daivd Haye loses, now for all you Daivd Haye fans, this could be the thing where you're like, damn, man. Especially, these fighters, you come to love them, you come to want to watch them fight, but reality kicks in, they're not quite the same. Now, Daivd Haye may go out and win. He may even beat Tony Bellew. I'm not putting it past him because it's pretty tough for me to pick a winner in this one. But the fact is, looking at Daivd Haye, he is just not the smooth, flowing, fluent boxer that he once was. They gave a lot of people headaches. His speed is not as fast as it once was. Now, power, it could be still the same. I was actually hoping, guys, that Daivd Haye would beat Klitschko in their fight, but he suffered injury in that one as well. But if he loses, man, honestly, I don't think he can come back from this. I mean, obviously, money talking. If you still have a fan base, they can probably try to milk him a little bit longer, but I don't think he comes back. This could actually be the end of Daivd Haye if he loses to Tony Bellew. And if Tony Bellew loses to Daivd Haye, I think he can still go back, to cruiserweight or whatever and still compete, still try to be the world champion there. He can maybe even do a fight with, what's his name? Adrian. Well, I can not Adrian. What's his name? The American that beat the Crusher, Andre Ward. Well, I know. I don't know, guys. Andre Ward wants to move to heavyweight if he does come back, what I'm hearing. And if Tony does win, then that's a good fight. Honestly, that's a hell of a fight because I think Tony Bellew is looking like a really good boxer these days. At one point, I think Daivd Haye was definitely a better boxer than Tony Bellew. But now, man, Tony is just, he's looking really good. The thing is, like I said, man, this fight, the difference in this fight, revenge or repeat, which obviously we don't want to repeat. We don't want an injury. Either revenge or Tony just going to get another win over him. But the difference maker in this is not going to be what Tony's going to do. It's going to be what Daivd Haye is going to do. How is he going to fight? If he come out fighting the same style he did before, throwing them damn haymakers from across the goddamn ring, airballing like he was Shaq from a three-point line, or even a free throw line, then we're going to be here for a long night. David got to use a smart jab, man. And sometimes, see, when you're in there with fighters that don't know how to really box or they're very aggressive, they don't got good legs, you can have your jab down really low and bring it back with really fast hands because you don't have a fear of being counterpunched. But Tony Bellew, because he's relaxed in there and he's always thinking in there, he's looking for that counterpunch. He's looking to get those shots in. He's going to look to pick Daivd Haye off and hopefully frustrate Daivd Haye So Daivd Haye would throw a whole lot more haymakers than shit. I don't know what happened. My hand just picked up. Let me try to go for cover. Hold on. But I'll keep talking, maybe if you can hear me or not. But let me move on the cover. As I get close to the building, I think the wind gets louder. But guys, like I said, this is it's a recap, reaction, and thoughts overall from the media day workout, overall from the interview. There we go. I think it's a little better. And I'm right next to the interstate. All right. So, Daivd Haye, man, this is a make or break. If he wins, I mean, heck, man. Honestly, I'm going to talk about if either one of them wins. If either one of them wins, they're going to make a fight with either any of the heavyweights, Povetkin, Joseph Parker. Nobody's going to turn that money down. Joseph Parker. Who I'm thinking about, Dylan White, or any one of the guys that they can bring, pretty decent money, They probably want to stay away from Tyson Fury, even though he just come back. I do ask Tyson Fury over them guys. But the big dogs, Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. Now, I'm going to say this. I think Daivd Haye might fight. Matter of fact, Haye might fight Joshua. I don't think Haye going to fight Deontay Wilder. And we both know, or we all know, that Tony Bellew is not going to fight Deontay Wilder. He made that shit crystal clear that he don't want to be nowhere in the same ring, probably not in the same building, especially if it's involved fighting Deontay Wilder. He said, listen, guys, and that's something when you can strike fear in a guy, from showing love, you can strike fear in a person. From him giving Tony a hug, Tony said his hand wrapped all around his body, and he ended up scratching his own chin while Tony was being cuddled in his arms. He was like, fuck that. I would never fight that guy. Think about it, man. Arms that long, and that right hand connects. God damn. He can knock you off from one corner of the ring to the other corner. But the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit for either one of these guys. But if either one of them wins, but when it's coming to losing, I think Daivd Haye has a lot more to lose. I think Tony can still scrap. Tony can still make things happen. But this right here, this loss right here for Daivd Haye, especially if it's a legit loss, no injuries, nothing like that. And if he loses, he goes out there with that gap leg. I mean, I don't know where his stance got wider and wider and wider over time. He's fighting very flat-footed. And he's lunging with his shots, and he's bouncing, and he's jumping all around. I really believe that's what happened to his Achilles, because he's jumping around, all unorthodox like, and it happened, and I still tip my hat to him, because even though he did it, he kept trying to fight. They wrapped it up, and he kept trying to fight until he really couldn't fight no more, and he gave in to the pressure, because once Tony Bellew spilled blood, Tony was going out there to get him. Tony won't worry about that haymaker no more. But guys, these are my thoughts on it. I just want to go live on this recap on the media day. They both physically look physical fit. They both look nice. Daivd Haye looks a little bit bigger, but he's lean muscle. Overall, from watching his media day, I don't know, man. I don't know. I see his stance, just hitting the pads, is not as wide, but his feet were still flat, and he's still like snapping a jab from his kneecap. So his hands hanging to his knees, and he's snapping up. And he does not have the same speed as he once was. It's like, guys, if Floyd Mayweather in his prime have super speed, you can do that. But if you got like Triple G type speed, you can't do that. And I'm not saying Daivd Haye has Triple G, speed, which is not really fast, but he's just not as quick as he once were, and he's getting old, and his timing of being able to react to shot is not as quite as good as what it once was. And this is coming from a guy that likes Daivd Haye. To be honest, I think Tony Bellew can do a hell of a job in this fight, possibly win. He might even be favored to win, but I would like to see Daivd Haye bounce back and get the W. But that's just a like. But in reality, it's a damn good fight. I can't call it a winner, and if Daivd Haye doing the same thing, Tony Bellew will win. So guys, let me know, who do you like and who do you want to see win? Steed up, what's Players in the Sports, making it do what it do. Better yet, but